Hello everybody, it is Lynn with Crafting Break, and this is the week of gratitude and sending or making cards and treat boxes and those types of items to say thank you or to let others in our life know that we're grateful that they're in our life or to say thank you. And so tonight I thought I would start with a card, and this is the sample card. I'm going to change it up a little bit tonight. Like usual, sometimes when I make a card and I take a look at the finished product, there's some things I sometimes like to change. Like, for example, this background DSP paper seems a little busy to me with what I have going on with the stamped images. So I'm going to change that and flip it over and use the other side. And I'll show you that when we get to the card. So this is the project for tonight. I will be here all week, Monday through Friday, with projects. If you are interested in getting any of the card stock to make these projects this week, all you have to do is head over to my online store and place a minimum $50 order before tax, shipping, and stamping rewards, and I will send you all the card stock that I use to make these cards. So as I get started with this one, I'll show you the products or the card stock that you'll get with the kit for tonight's card. So let me put this up in the corner. I put some scrap paper here and Post-it noted it down so I know where my camera view is. Okay, so in this kit, or in the pieces for tonight's card, you will get the crushed curry cardstock for the card base, the inside layer. You will get an outside layer. These are not the same size. So the smaller one is the inside, the larger one is for the outside, and when I do package them, the card base goes in, the inside layer goes between the card base and the envelope. Okay, so I'm going to set that aside. This is the larger card base, the front of the card. This is the DSP, and you can see I use this side for that card. I'm going to flip it over, and I'm going to use this side tonight. I'm going to use this little bit of a muted side, and I love the gold on that. So that's going to be my layer. I have a layer of Early Espresso, and this will be the smaller white that we'll be doing our stamping on. And the paper I'm using is this pretty paper. It is the Gathering Together 12 by 12 Designer Series paper, which I love. It's beautiful paper. And the stamp set I'm using tonight is Beautiful Pumpkins. And it is a bundle. It comes with dies, but I am not using the dies on this first card. I am just using paper, ink, and stamps. Okay, so let's get started with our stamping. Now in this pumpkin, I used crushed curry, but because I'm using a lighter DSP card base, and well, let me back up. The reason why I used that color is because I did stamp one in Cajun Craze, but against that DSP, I thought it was too dark, so I changed my mind and I stamped it in crushed curry. So for this pumpkin, I am going to stamp it in crushed curry because I'm using the back side of that DSP. So let's pull out the crushed curry. And this pumpkin is two-step stamping. So this is the base. It's a pretty solid image. And then we come in with this detailed stamp. So for this one, we're going to be doing second generation stamping. So you want to get that inked up. Sorry for the shake. We're going to stamp off to get some of that ink off, most of the ink off. And then we're going to stamp it on our paper about, oh, that looks great. Okay. Oh, I must have had a little line on there. That's okay. The detail stamp is coming in next. So we're going to take this detailed one. I'm going to come in here and ink that up. Tap, tap, tap. Make sure there's some good coverage on it. This one we are not doing second generation on, so we're going straight on with our pumpkin. And I'm trying not to bonk the camera. It's hard for me to see at this angle, so we're just going to go for it. Okay, there's our pumpkin. And I'm going to close that up. I'm going to bring in Early Espresso, and I'm going to stamp our stem. Okay, I don't know. I might wait I'm not sure what color I want to do my sentiment. And let's make sure I left room for that. Oh, plenty of room, plenty of room. Okay, so let's move that out of our way. I'm going to bring in this long leaf stamp. And again, I'm using every stamp in the set for this card except the smaller pumpkin and the stem on that. So for the leaves and the stem, I'm using, I almost said Pear Pizzazz. Oh, that's an old color. I'm using Old Olive. And I'm going to stamp this twice. So let's ink this up. And I'm going to have the stem kind of coming off the pumpkin right there. And I'm going to ink it up again. And then there's a vine right here. And I'm going to pick that up from this one right here the best I can with the camera in my way. So it continues to trail off the card. And I missed that leaf a little bit. There we go. Okay. We're done. Oh, and let's bring in this leaf. Oops, that's the wrong side. And I'm going to put that leaf. This leaf won't show up as much because I am using crushed curry, but we'll still put it there anyway. Oh, goodness, I'm having a hard time stamping tonight. There it goes. I think, oh, I got a little halo there. Boy, I'm a messy stamper tonight. I think for the sentiment, I am going to use, Early Espresso. That way it'll be dark enough. I'm going to try to stamp it right where I put that little bit of, let's see if I can make it work right here. There we go. I covered up that little smudge. It's under the A now. Okay, so that is the stamping. And let's bring in that inside layer. And the inside is going to say, thankful for the small things. And again, I am going to grab the Early Espresso for that. And let's stamp the inside. Okay, our stamping is done. Oops. Let's get all of these out of the way and I'll clean those up in a minute. All right, we can start layering our pieces. I'm going to go ahead, let me reach over here and grab some glue. I'm going to layer this piece on first. Oops. If you hear some noise, my cat Teddy is up on his cat perch over there, making some noise over there. Little does he know, he has a vet appointment tomorrow. Ugh, I feel so bad for the guy. Okay, there's that layer. I'm going to layer this piece onto the basic white. My cat Teddy has been pulling out his fur for the last month, and I don't know why, so we are going to the vet to figure out if there's a health issue or if it's just behavioral, since he did lose his brother a few months ago. So just trying to figure out what's going on with the guy and hoping everything's okay. Okay, I'm going to flatten that out a little bit since I did cut the paper the other way. There's a little bit of a raise on that paper. Okay, let's put glue on the back side of both of these. I should get Teddy into the camera one of these days so y'all can meet the cutie pie. He's my last kitty right now. I went from 4 to 3 to 2 to 1. It's very different. That's probably why he's feeling the change too. Okay, our inside layer. You know what I should have done too is I should have added some little greenery down here. So let's grab this stamp real quick while we have it. And let's put a leaf down there. It'd be nice to use the larger one, but well, yeah, let's use it. I'm sure I can do good stamp. Oh, nope, missed the leaf on that. Let's get some more ink on that. Okay. Only get one shot at this point because I glued it down. No flipping that page over, or that piece of paper over. Okay. For this layer, I want to pop that up. I want to give it some height, so I'm going to pull in some dimensionals. and pop that layer up. And it'll be interesting to see which card I end up liking better, since they're both the same design but different color schemes. Okay, let's flip that over. Now tomorrow night will probably be another card. I might introduce the 3D projects towards the end of the week. So probably 2 more nights of cards after this, and then some 3D projects. Okay, now I'm going to bring in this Early Espresso and Old Olive linen thread, which is part of that suite. And I don't know what color I want to use. Do I want to use that one or this one? I'm going to use the Old Olive. So let's put that one back. Now, if your linen thread is a little wonky like this, I just take it to the edge of my table, which you're not going to be able to see me. Can I move it? Hold on, I'm going to shift you a little bit, hopefully. And I just do this to kind of flatten it out a little bit. That's all I do. I'm going to bring you back. And that gives the linen thread, it doesn't curl up as much. And then you can tie your bow. I'm sure there's other ways to do it, but that's my trick. That's how I manage the curves or the turns, the curvature, the wonkiness of the linen thread. But super easy to work with. Okay, let's put that away before a cat finds that. Okay, before I put the bow on, I'm going to bring in some Wink of Stella, and I'm going to color my entire pumpkin and the stem. I wanted this whole thing to sparkle, and you'll see it a little bit more. Now, if you need more glitter in your Wink of Stella, my suggestion is always to squeeze it off your project to get it flowing again, and then bring it back to the project, because if it spits out, or you get too much, you know, it splatters out, there's nothing you can do, right? I mean, you can dab it, but you're better off just taking it off of your project to get it flowing again. And I'm going to add some glitter to my leaves as well. Oh, that's flowing really well now. You don't have to be completely perfect with this, right? Like, you're just adding some sparkle and glitter. It's not like you're coloring it. Okay, now let's get a glue dot, and I'm going to use my lack thereof of a pinky nail, but it still works, and I'm going to make a little ball, and I'm going to put that on the back of my little bow. And that is going to go right there beneath the stem, or wherever you choose to put it, right? There's no right or wrong place to put that. I'm going to grab my Take Your Pick tool, and I'm going to bring in these Cajun Craze gold dots. Which way am I going? And I thought, I thought on my original card the large one was too much, but I have a bit more of a gap here, or space, than I did on my other cards. So, just use these to fill in wherever you need the extra coverage. So, and again, I like to use odd numbers. So let's see, let's go. I'm going to do here. Let's bring in one more small one there. Okay. And there we go. That card is done. I think this is a great card to send, obviously, to a friend. You can make a few of these, and they can all be a little different. And send those to your friend. So, I'm curious, which one's your favorite? Original card number, let me do it this way. Card number 1 or card number 2? I'm curious to know. I like them both. I guess I do like more of the color on this one. But, different option, different sides of the paper, different colored pumpkins. So, let me know your favorite. I'll put that in the Facebook post as well, and find out what others think as well. Okay, thank you so much for joining me for night number 1. I will be back tomorrow with another card. I'll see you then. Bye now.